Alrighty, back here on Hilltop, let's take a look now at the starters for tonight's game. First for Lincoln County, 1-0 on the year, coached by Jeff Jackson. At guard, a 5'10 junior, number 3, Lane Sargent. Sargent had a couple of points in that win over Lafayette earlier this week. And another guard is Braden Fugate. He wears the number 11. He's a 5'8 senior, averaging 14 points a contest. At one of the forwards is Owen Willoughby. Willoughby's a 6'2 sophomore who wears the number 10. He had 5 points against Lafayette. The other forward is manned by their leading scorer, number 21, 6' sophomore, Cash Baird. And in the middle, a 6'3 junior, number 14, Sawyer Robbins. Robbins had 18 in that victory over the Generals back on Tuesday. So once again for the Patriots, it'll be Sargent, Fugate, Willoughby, Baird, and Robbins. Lincoln County, as we said, beat Lafayette on Tuesday, 60-59. Now for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, 0-1 on the year, coached by Andrew Case. At one of the guards is a 6' senior, Jayshawn Lewis, who wears the number 2. Jayshawn was scoreless in the loss to West Jessamine the other night. At another guard, a 5'11 junior, the point guard, Jack Midden. Midden wears number 22. He had a team-high 8 points, despite the Breds losing that game to the Colts in Nicholasville back on Tuesday. At one of the forwards is Blake Green. Green wears number 3. He's a 6'2 junior. He had a nice game with 7 points, despite the loss to West Jessamine. The other forward is Cooper Slade. Slade played his first ever varsity game this past Tuesday and did pretty well, getting 7 points. Cooper's a 6' junior who wears the number 25. And in the middle, Landon Kinney. Kinney is 6'3 junior who wears the number 4. He was kind of limited because of foul trouble in that game against West Jessamine the other night and scored only a couple of points. So once again for the Breds, it'll be Lewis, Midden, Green, Slade, and Kinney. As we said, that score of the game on Tuesday was West Jessamine 56, Harrison County 32. So there are your starters for tonight's ball game. Well, while we have this opportunity, while the teams are back in the locker room, let's take it back to the station to Pastor Ted Beam from the First United Methodist Church with tonight's pregame prayer.
Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your incredible love and grace to us. We thank you for your faithfulness. We thank you for how you've revealed yourself to us. You haven't left us to our imaginations, but you have come. You've sent Jesus to come and live among us and die on our behalf and rise again, and we are so grateful. We do lift up the teams to you tonight as they gather for this wonderful competition. Will you pour out your Spirit on them? You help them to play and to play well, even better than they've ever played before. You protect them from injuries. We ask you to guide them, guide the coaches, guide the officials, and you help this evening that they will learn a lot tonight about fair play, about sportsmanship, about those lessons that will carry them through life. We are so grateful to you. Will you bless this time this evening? Protect them all from injuries. We offer them to you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. My name's Ted Beam, the pastor of First Methodist Church in Cynthiana at the corner of Pike Street and Church Street. I hope you come worship with us this coming Sunday at 11 a.m.
All righty, let's take a look at the series between Harrison County and Lincoln County over the years. This will be the 4th meeting between the two schools. Teams got together the first time back in January of 2012 at Lexington Catholic High School at the Dunkin' Donuts National Classic, game that the Patriots won 60-41. The next time the two teams got together was a similar result. It happened in December of 2014 at Montgomery County High School at the Gateway Holiday Classic. That was a game that was won by the Patriots 82-51. The last time these two teams played was last year, and that's when Harrison County was able to get its lone win in the series. That came back in about a month ago, or make that a year ago, back last December. Harrison County won down in Stanford 62-50. So there's your look at the series between these two schools. Well, while we got a chance, let's go and make the sponsors happy and take a minute break, and then we'll come back and take a look at what the other winter sports are doing across the Hilltop. You're listening to the Cynthiana Hardy's pregame show on WCYN Sports.
Feed your farm with Southern States Co-op in Cynthiana. Whether you need feed for dogs, chickens, pigs, rabbits, horses, or cattle, your local Southern States team can help you find the best nutrition program for all of the animals on the farm and around the house. Stop by Southern States on US 27 south of Cynthiana or call 234-2161. That's 234-2161. Curbside service is available.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of your comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work towards meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Mark Troxel, your Cynthiana Edward Jones financial advisor at 136 East Pike Street. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
All right, let's take a look and see what the other winter sports are doing across the hilltop. Of course, the Thoroughbreds will be back in action tomorrow as they'll host the Commodores of Tates Creek. That's a matinee with the JV game beginning at 1:30 and the varsity game at 3. Then on Tuesday, the Thoroughbreds will head to Lexington to take on the Bulldogs of Dunbar. And then next Friday night, a week from tonight, the Breds will go back to Lexington to take on the Eagles of Lexington Christian Academy. That's going to be a 6:30, 8 o'clock JV varsity doubleheader. Meanwhile, the Phillies last night had an exciting 65-61 win over Estill County on the hilltop. Tomorrow, they'll be taking on the Lloyd Memorial Lady Juggernauts right here on the hilltop. That's another matinee. The JV game will start at 11 with the varsity game at 12:30. Then on Tuesday, the girls will hit the road to Northern Kentucky up to Boone County High School to take on the Lady Rebels. And then a week from tonight, the Phillies will be back here at home to host Bluegrass United. The wrestling team has a couple of matches tomorrow. The boys will be hosting the Harrison County Invitational Wrestling Tournament that'll be held over at the Harrison County Middle School. Meanwhile, the girls will be heading out to E-Town to the John Harden Lady Duels. So best of luck to both our boys and girls wrestling teams, two of the top-tier teams in the state of Kentucky. Meanwhile, the archery team will be in action with their first meet tomorrow as well, so best of luck to our archers. Also, as an added bonus, the cheerleaders, the Harrison County High School cheerleaders who will be heading to nationals, will be hosting and cooking for a pancake breakfast with Santa. That will take place tomorrow morning from 9 to 12, and it'll be over at the Harrison County High School cafeteria. So come on up tomorrow morning somewhere between 9 and 12 and support your cheerleaders as they host the pancake breakfast with Santa. So I think we've gotten all the winter sports, at least that I know of. The bowling team is off tomorrow, but they'll be back in action a week from tomorrow. We'll talk about that closer to the time. All righty. We're about to have our national anthem. The colors tonight are being presented by the Harrison County High School Air Force Junior ROTC with the Harrison County High School Pep Band under the direction of Michael Stone will be playing our national anthem, as looks like a lot of folks decided to stay in where it's warm instead of out where it's cold. It's supposed to start warming up tomorrow, but the last few days have been pretty brutal, and but it's nice and warm inside, so you still got time to get up here. In case you're wondering what to do on a Friday night in Santania, come on up and support your Thoroughbreds in their contest against the Lincoln County Patriots. Well, right now, we'll take a listen to the national anthem as the colors are presented.
National anthem by the HCHS Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Michael Stone. The colors are being presented by cadets from the Harrison County High School Air Force Junior ROTC program. Carrying the U.S. flag and commanding is Cadet Major Miles Bishop. Carrying the Kentucky State flag is Cadet First Lieutenant Raven Best. And the guards are Cadet Airman Ivory Woodard and Cadet First Lieutenant Isabella Delasso.
Every Monday and Tuesday at 9 a.m., Bluegrass Stockyards Lexington will be having their cattle sale. Bluegrass Stockyards Lexington is located just off I-75 at exit 120 and has many loading docks. To stay up to date with Bluegrass Stockyards, visit bgstockyards.com. From there, you can view market reports, loads and groups, and you can even watch the auctions online. Once again, visit bgstockyards.com, and don't forget every Monday and Tuesday at 9 a.m., Bluegrass Stockyards Lexington's cattle sale.
Is your tractor getting up there in hours? Are you looking to add a new piece of equipment to your operation? We know that tractors and other farm machinery can last a long time, but financing new takes no time at all with Ag Credit Express. If it's time for new equipment, you can finance it fast and easy with Express. Ask your local dealer about the Express option or visit us at our Paris office, 201 Commerce Drive, or agcreditonline.com.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, the starting quintets for both teams being introduced right now. As we said, a busy day tomorrow for Harrison County sports here at the Monticello Heights Gymnasium. Both the boys and the girls will have JV varsity doubleheaders. They'll start at 11 o'clock in the morning. Then, of course, the pancake breakfast being hosted by the Harrison County High School cheerleaders. Pancake breakfast with Santa from 9 to 12. And the Harrison County Invitational Wrestling Tournament will be going on over at the middle school. So not only are the festivities taking part in one gymnasium, we got to have two to make sure that everybody is accommodated. Also, remember about the parade tomorrow afternoon. I believe it begins at 5, which should fit in perfectly with the 4 basketball games that will precede it. So I'm pretty sure that if you want to, you can see the boys play in that second doubleheader and still get downtown or wherever you want to watch it for the parade as well. So lots to do. Nobody can say there's nothing to do in this town. Tomorrow there's all kinds of stuff going on for varied and a varied bunch of stuff going on. All right, jumping center for Lincoln County will be Sawyer Robbins across the midcourt stripe for Harrison County. Jumping center will be Blake Green as we're about to get this game underway between the 0-1 Thoroughbreds and the 1-0 Lincoln County Patriots. Officials ask the kids if they're ready to go. They say they are. We're just about to get underway. The ball is up, and the tap will be controlled by the Thoroughbreds. Inside the center circle is Midden. Drives to the right side beyond the arc. Gets it in between the circles now to Lewis. Lewis down to Green near the top of the key. Green backs up. Lincoln County playing man-to-man. With the basketball at the left elbow is Green. He'll get it to Lewis. Lewis to the top of the key to Midden. Midden in turn hands the ball off on a reverse to Green. Knocked away, but the loose ball is picked up by Harrison County. Now the ball fluttered away again, and we're going to have a jump ball. And the alternating possession arrow faces Lincoln County's way. We play just half a minute. Inbounding the ball from the near sideline will be Fugate. Some pronounce it Fugate. From what I understand from my friends when I was at UK, is it Fugate or Fugate? They said it depends on which side of the mountain you grow up on. With the basketball, up top is Sargent. They give it to Willoughby. Willoughby in turn hands the ball to Fugate. Fugate in the paint to Robbins, goes to the basket. His shot off the glass is good. Sawyer Robbins puts his team on the board first at the 7:13 mark. Down 2-0. Harrison County will bring the ball to the front court. In front of the Lincoln County bench, Green has it. He'll get it up top to Kinney. Kinney at the far hash mark into the hands of Slade. Slade gives the ball to Midden, up to the top of the key now. He'll find Kinney now to the right side. Green for a three. No good. Rebound is going to be hauled in by Slade. Gets it back out to Green for a three. Once again, the shot is no good. Rebound by Willoughby. Outlet pass and a dunk by Cash Baird. Cash Baird with the slam on the runaway as nobody for our team got back on transition. Gives Lincoln County a 4-0 lead. Midden to the right side, finds Slade. Slade on the baseline to Lewis, almost flew out of bounds. He'll get the ball to Kenny. Kenny back to the near side to Slade again. Slade inside the arc, a 15-footer, good. Cooper Slade gets Harrison County on the scoreboard as they now trail 4-2. 6:14 left to go in the first quarter. Across the timeline, this time will come Baird. Baird in between the circles to Willoughby. Willoughby now will try a pass. It's going to be kicked by Kenny. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. From the left elbow, jump shot, no good by the Patriots, but the offensive rebound is brought in by Sargent. Sargent will hand the ball to Fugate, who will bring it back out front. Fugate crosses over his dribble, goes into the paint, now kicks it into the corner to Sargent for a three off the flange, no good. But skying and get the rebound once again is Baird. And here's a shot put up down low by Robbins. Robbins with 4 points puts his team up 6-2. 5.5 left to go in the first quarter. Cross timeline comes Midden to the right side to Lewis, long range. Lewis drives, cut off on the baseline by Sargent. Now lobs it over to the far corner to Slade on the wing to Green. Green now between the circles finds Lewis. Lewis looks back to Coach Case to get the call of the play. He'll now wander over to the near side between the legs dribble, being guarded by Sargent. Now in front of the Patriot bench, goes back to the free throw line where he'll hand the ball to Slade. Slade in between the circles now. Cooper picks up his dribble, gets it on the right side to Green. Green tries to drive. Pull-up jumper from 15 on the baseline is no good. And Robbins will come down with the rebound. Into the front court come the Patriots, already leading 6-2. Over on the right side with it is Robbins. Fires a three-pointer, rattles out. Down with the rebound this time, Landon Kinney. And here come the Breds, down by 4. Lewis at the top of the key. Dribbles out of traffic, now brings it back to the top of the key once again before firing it to the near side to Slade. In front of the Patriot bench, he'll find teammate Green. Kinney hands the ball to Midden. Midden backs up, gets it over to the far hash mark to Slade. Slade looking inside, nothing there. Wisely gets to Kinney in between the circles, now to the right side, long range to Green. In the corner, finds Midden. Midden dribbles the ball back to the top. In between the circles, finds Green to the far side to Lewis. All this happening beyond three-point range. Up top with the basketball now is Green. Green hands the ball to Midden once again. Midden with a couple of dribbles, lobs the ball on the baseline, and Green can't control it. The turnover gives the ball back to Lincoln County. Cynthiana Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's Hardee's in Cynthiana. In the front court at the top of the key, Fugate to the right side, long range to Robbins. Now into the hands of Willoughby. Willoughby drives to the block, to the glass. His shot's no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. Might have been a little contact there. First sub of the game coming in for Lincoln County, Clay Pendergraft. Pendergraft, a member of the football team, had a couple of points in the win over Lafayette earlier this week. From his own baseline, Baird will trigger the inbounds pass. Lobs it in the paint, picked up by Robbins, who puts it up and in. That's 6 points for Sawyer Robbins, as his team now leads 8-2 with 3:22 left to go here in the first quarter. Across timeline, Midden hands the ball to Lewis near the top of the key. Jay Sean between the legs dribble. Now drives inside the arc to the left elbow where he'll hand the ball to Slade. Slade in the corner finds Green. Green nearly trapped, dribbles out of it. Now brings it back near the timeline. Now makes a rush, cut off defensively by Willoughby. And now a pass to Lewis. And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Harrison County, so we'll keep it right here. We're still in the first quarter with 2:55 remaining. Harrison County trails 8-2. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Maysville Community and Technical College, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports to get all the action. Now the timeout. Harrison County will have the basketball. The only 2 points scored for our side was a Cooper Slade jumper. Meanwhile, Sawyer Robbins has 6 of his team's 8, with Cash Baird the other deuce. Inbounds pass will come in deep into the backcourt to Midden. Midden across the timeline, gets over to the far hash mark to Lewis. Lewis top of the key to Green now. Green looks around for someone inside. Nothing's open, so he gets it back to Lewis on the left side. He'll reset the offense near the center circle. Lewis brings the ball to the right side. Now, thought about passing it to Midden, but the passing lane was cut off, so he wisely avoided that turnover. Midden with the basketball now on the far side of the midcourt circle. Dribbles over to the near side. Now reverses again, where he'll hand the ball to Lewis. Good defense by Lincoln County, but Harrison County showing good patience as well. Lewis drives to the foul line, backs up, now gets the ball to Midden for a 3, air ball. Rebound pulled down by Baird as he rushes into the front court, gets to the right side, a 3 by Willoughby, rolls off, no good. Rebound on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball. Alternating possession arrow will give the ball back to Harrison County as Lane Surgeon returns to the floor. Well, do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for our birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Not even going to try to snap it myself. I don't do very well. With the basketball, Midden, his team still down by a half a dozen. Across the timeline, goes to the top of the key, drifts to the right side. Now kicks it in the corner to Lewis. Lewis looking for someone to pass to. Now takes a couple of dribbles. Gets it down low, ball knocked away. And it's going to be saved from going out of bounds by Mason Wright, who stepped into the game. Here's a three-pointer that's no good. And the rebound brought down by Surgeon. Mason Wright, a 6'2 senior that had 5 points against West Jessamine back on Tuesday. In between the circles, Surgeon to the right side, long range, finds Pendergraft. Pendergraft to the near side, beyond the arc to Robbins. Down low, finds a wide open Cash Baird, who puts it up and in. 10-2, the Breds are down with 1:11 left in the first quarter. Across timeline comes Lewis. Lewis drives in the paint. Now kicks it in the corner to Green for a 3. No good, too short. Rebound brought down on the near side by Pendergraft. Harrison County now just 1 for 7 from the floor. Walking across the timeline is Baird with 47 seconds left to go in the quarter. Baird hands the ball off to Surgeon. Surgeon himself goes inside the center circle now, as it looks as though the Patriots will be content to run out the rest of this quarter. Now a backdoor cut is thrown to Willoughby. His shot's no good, but a foul is going to be called on the thoroughbreds. It's going to be on Wright. That'll be Wright's first personal foul. Going to the line will be Willoughby.
At the line for Lincoln County, number 10, Owen Willoughby, shooting 2 shots.
2-shot foul. Free throw up and rattles out, no good. He will have another, however, as Donovan Walker checks in for Harrison County, 6'2 junior who failed to score against West Jessamine. Also coming in the game, Sawyer Craycraft, a 5'10 junior who had a 3-pointer for his only points in the loss to West Jess. Second free throw is good by Willoughby for his first points of the game. 34 seconds left. Harrison County down 11-2. They've allowed the Patriots to score 7 straight. Green with the basketball in between the circles. Backs up. Gets over to the far side to Walker. Walker in the paint looking for help. He'll now get it into the hands of Green. Green to Midden. Just 12 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Here's a pass down low to Wright. His shot's blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Robbins. It'll be Robbins' first personal foul, and we'll send Wright to the line for 2. Wright 2 for 2 from the charity stripe here this season. Both those free throws obviously coming against West Jessamine. Mason Wright eyes the bucket. The senior's first try is going to bounce high off the flange and off. Coming in the game for Harrison County, Lawson Hunt. Hunt, a 6'2 junior who played but failed to score against West Jessamine back on Tuesday. Just 6 seconds left, but that's time enough for the Patriots to get the ball down the floor. Second free throw also is no good. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul on Walker. It'll be Donovan Walker's first. 4 seconds left as a couple of ticks went off the clock. Lincoln County will have to go the length of the floor to get a bucket here. Inbounding it will be Willoughby. Gets it to Fugate. Fugate on the left side, a three at the buzzer. Good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, your score, Lincoln County 14, Harrison County 2. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Van Hook Hardware in the same location.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Points of the first quarter to take what will be a 14-2 lead into the second period. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more about it. Inbounds pass comes to Baird as Lincoln County will have the ball first. Over on the wing, here's a pass inside, knocked away and stolen by Green. It's the first turnover by Lincoln County in the game. And now as we come up the floor, we're going to have a foul called on Sargent for running into Green. Just a common foul. Harrison County needs a bucket in the worst way here. We haven't scored in 6 game minutes. It's a long time. With the basketball, Craycraft at the top of the key finds Kenny. Kenny now dribbles to the left side beyond the arc. The ball gets away from him, and the loose ball picked up by Lincoln County. That's 3 turnovers for the Breds. In the front court, a pass to Fugate goes out of bounds as he was starting to shoot it before he caught it. So give the ball back to the Breds. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. He's your good neighbor. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Phillies. Across the timeline with the basketball comes Craycraft to Lewis, over to the far side to Green. Green out front, throws the ball away. 1-on-1 to the basket. Shot put up by Robbins is good. 8 points now for Sawyer Robbins to lead his team, and that makes it 16-2. With the basketball, racing to the basket on the baseline is Green. And we have an injured player for Lincoln County, but the points will count for Blake Green. 7:04 left to go in the first half. 16-4 now your score as Harrison County stops that 12-point run that the Patriots had on us. So out of the injury, Lincoln County with the basketball, still up by a dozen. Baird with it, stops in the lane, might have traveled, gets it back up top and into the hands of Sargent. Sargent now gets it inside the center circle to Baird. Baird between the circles to Fugate. Fugate pass back to the right wing and into the hands of Pendergraft. His three-point try is no good, but there for the rebound is Pendergraft. And we're going to have a foul call on Harrison County. Landon Kinney picks up his first, and that will send Pendergraft to the line for 2. 6:39 left to go in the first half. His first free throw is in and out. He'll have another, however, to try to increase the lead to a baker's dozen. Right now it's just a regular dozen. Second free throw will be in and out again, but going in there and getting the offensive rebound was Pendergraft. And now we're going to have a foul on the Patriots. On Sawyer Robbins, that'll be 2 on Robbins. Mason Wright checks back in for the Thoroughbreds. Also coming into the game for Lincoln County will be Willoughby. As Willoughby has to be reminded to check in. And he'll come in for Robbins, who will sit with those 2 fouls. Has 8 of his team's 16 points. 6.5 left to go in the first half. Harrison County down by 12. Across the timeline comes Midden. Pass to the right side, long range to Lewis. Lewis back up top to Wright. Wright spins. Now gets it on the near wing, beyond the arc to Green. Green has the ball taken away from him by Willoughby. It's going to be a jump ball, and Harrison County, fortunately, will maintain possession. Gotta be careful, guys. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Inbounds pass comes to Midden. Midden in the backcourt, being guarded closely by Fugate. Now gets the ball over into the hands of Lewis in front of the Lincoln County bench. Up top now to Wright, long range. Wright down low, tries a pass, and the ball is going to be picked off by Lincoln County. Into the front court with the ball and racing to the basket is Willoughby, and dumping it in will be Pendergraft. First 2 points for Pendergraft. Makes it an 18-4 game with 5:48 left. Now a 3 fired in. Jason Lewis's first points of the season. A Joe Cochran at State Farm 3-pointer. Makes it 18-7. But still, Lincoln County with a double-digit lead. In the front court at the top of the key, Baird picks up his dribble. Ball's knocked away, and the loose ball picked up by Harrison County. Coming up the floor quickly is Lewis. His shot no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Lincoln County. Coming into the ball game for Harrison County, Craycraft returns, replacing Donovan Walker. From his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Midden. 5:18 left to go in the first half. The Patriots have led all the way. Inbounds pass comes into the corner to Lewis. Lewis guarded by Sargent. Gets it back in the corner to Midden. Midden back on the wing to Lewis. Lewis takes a couple of dribbles behind the back. Now between the legs. Now goes to the foul line, and he is going to have the ball taken away from him. So the alternating possession there will give the ball back to Lincoln County. That's 6 turnovers now for the Thoroughbreds, and 4 of them have been really unforced. Inbounding the ball will be Fugate. Gets the ball to Baird. Baird up the floor on a walk. Still bouncing the ball, though. Gets in between the circles, drives around his defender to the block, to the glass. His shot is good, and he is fouled. And Cash Baird will have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play as he puts his team up 20-7. 4:51 left to go in the first half. This will be Baird's first attempt of the night. If he makes it, it'll give his Patriots their largest lead of the game so far. Free throw on the way, and good. 7 points for Baird, and a 21-7 lead for the Patriots. Jogging the ball up the floor is Midden. Midden across the timeline, gets it on the wing now to Lewis. Lewis drives baseline, now goes back out to the elbow, now beyond 3-point range. Down low to right on the block. Pass back to Lewis on the near side in front of the Patriot bench. He'll find Midden. Back to Lewis in the corner. Lewis passes the ball to the far corner to Green. Green goes baseline. His shot's going to be good. Nice drive that time by Green. Harrison County back to within a dozen at 21-9 as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. In the corner in the front court, Willoughby. Up top, here's a 3 fired up and good by Baird. 10 points for Cash Baird. Puts his team up 24-9. We drop below 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Across timeline comes Lewis. He'll get it on the far side to Craycraft. Here's a pass down low to Lewis. Forces up a shot, but it's good. 5 second quarter points for Jay Sean. 24-11 our score. 3:41 left to go in the first half. With the basketball in the front court, Fugate gets it in the corner. A 3 fired up and good by Pendergraft. Clay Pendergraft with 5. Makes it 27-11. 3:25 left to go in the first half. Harrison County is doing a good job now of making baskets. Now we need to start making stops. Harrison with the basketball, though. Craycraft to the near sideline finds Green. Green takes his dribble to the top of the key where he'll hand the ball to Wright. Wright looking around for help. Throws the ball away. Up the floor and into the front court. Missing the layup, though, is Lincoln County. Getting his own rebound, though, and putting it back up and in will be Fugate. And a timeout. It's going to be called by Harrison County with a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Our full timeout, we'll take it with them. Make that 2:54 left to go in the first half. Your score, Lincoln County 29, Harrison County 11. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Alrighty, down by 18 now. Harrison County with the basketball. Out of the timeout, Midden gets the ball on the wing to Craycraft. Craycraft in the paint to Kenny. His shot off the glass is no good. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, they say, by the Patriots. So Harrison will maintain possession. From his own baseline to inbounds the ball will be Donovan Walker, who's back into the game. Now he'll give way to Midden. Midden looking, gets it down low to Green. Green trapped underneath the basket, forces up a shot that's no good. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Harrison County. So Jay-Sean Lewis will check back in. Breds will be back here on the Hilltop tomorrow against Tate's Creek. JV game at 1:30, varsity game at 3. Jogging the ball up the floor for Lincoln County will be Fugate. Fugate between the legs dribble, gets it in the corner. Here's a three by Willoughby, good. Owen Willoughby with his first tray of the night increases his team's lead to 32-11 with 2:16 on the clock. Craycraft directing some traffic, now reverses, almost had it taken away. Stops between a triple team, looking for help, lobs it up top to Lewis. Lewis takes a couple dribbles inside the arc, gets the elbow, stops, hands the ball backwards to Craycraft. Craycraft will back it up near the center circle to reset the offense. Goes to the left side, spins at the left block. Now looking for help, gets the ball to Midden to Lewis. Lewis between the legs dribble in the corner to Walker. Walker double teams, gets the ball back to Lewis. You need to stop dribbling into double and triple teams. Lewis with the basketball on the right side. Now steps inside the arc. Now back outside the arc. Lobs it to the far corner to Craycraft. Craycraft on the wing to Midden. Midden down low. A nice pass. Shot put up and good by Kenny. Give the assist to Midden. The points to Kenny. Harrison County, though, still down 32-13 with 1:15 left in this first half. Across the timeline with the basketball comes Baird. Over on the right side finds Sargent. Sargent in the corner. Here's a three fired up. No good. Rebound, though, is going to be brought down by Pendergraft. Shot put up. No good again. And this time the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Harrison County, they say. So from his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Fugate. Under a minute to go till halftime. Fugate gets the ball to Sargent. Sargent Up top to Baird. Baird in the corner. A three by Fugate is off the front of the rim. No good. And Walker comes down with the rebound and then throws it away. With the basketball near the timeline, Fugate drives to the right elbow, to the right block, kicks it on the wing. Now back up top once again to Baird. Baird drives into the paint in the corner, finds Pendergraft, turns down the open three with 30 seconds left to go. Looks like Lincoln County may be content to go for the last shot if Harrison County's zone defense stays back. Midden starts to wander up a little closer to Fugate, who's inside the center circle, so he'll pass to the right side to Baird. Pendergraft up top once again to Fugate. Fugate to the wing to Surgeon. Surgeon back up top to Fugate with 7 seconds. Fugate with the basketball. Backdoor cut to Pendergraft. His shot with 3.5 seconds left is no good, but a foul is going to be called on Kenny. They'll send Pendergraft back to the line where he is 0 for 2. Sophomore with 5 points altogether. First free throw by number 12 is off the front of the rim, no good. Back in the game, Green returns for Harrison County. Trying to get some of our long-range bombers in place for the last second shot. After this second free throw attempt by Pendergraft, which is on the way and good. 6 points for him now, 33-13. 1 second left. 25-footer by Jyshawn Lewis is no good, and that is the way that the first half will end with your score. Lincoln County 33, Harrison County 13. It's been all Patriots since the very get-go here tonight, including a 10-point run at the end of the first quarter that puts them up at that time up by 12. Well, we invite you to stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from this first half. All that coming up right after this. But once again, your halftime score from here on the hilltop. Lincoln County 33, Harrison County 13. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Let's get real. It's not about doing what you're supposed to do. It's about doing what you want to do. At Maysville Community and Technical College, you'll find better, faster ways to do just that. Become a nurse in just 2 years, or get a certificate in a high-demand field in just a few months. You can even get the first 2 years of college out of the way for way less money. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
While our girls are at John Harden, archery team is in action tomorrow as well. So there you're about caught up. Starting with the pancake breakfast from 9 to 12 at the high school cafeteria. Big plans now to attend. I plan to attend. Although it might be after Let's Talk Sports in the morning. Yeah, I'll probably be here about 11. It goes from 9 to 12. Harrison County will get the ball first. Inbounds pass comes to Midden. Harrison County down by 20. Midden rotates over to the right side. Now kicks on the wing to Kenny, who will fire a three. Bounces off the front of the rim. No good. And the rebound is going to be picked up by Fugate. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. So Lincoln will maintain possession. Facing some 2-2-1 full court pressure. Something we didn't see in the first half by the Breds. Here's a lob into the front court to Willoughby. To the far hash mark, finds Fugate. Fugate will bring the ball back near mid-court to reset the offense as he passes the ball on the near side of that same circle to Baird. Baird dribbles a couple, 3 times. Now gets it on the wing on the far side to Sargent. Back to the right side to Fugate. Fugate up top to Baird. Back over on the far side to Sargent, to Baird, to the near side to Fugate. Fugate steps inside the arc, kicks it back outside to Baird for 3. No good. Rebound pulled in by Robbins. His shot is also no good. And with the rebound coming down with it will be Landon Kinney. In the front court, Lewis with the basketball goes baseline, trapped by a couple of defenders. Now puts up an off-balance shot that's no good, but he is fouled. Lewis really getting bailed out that time. So he got himself into no man's land. First free throws of the night for Lewis. The other night over at West Jessamine, he was 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Has a team leading 5 points. The 6:58 mark of the third quarter. He played just a couple of seconds over a minute. Free throws up and good. Coming in now will be Clay Pendergraft. As Harrison County draws to within 19 at 33-14. Second free throw for Lewis upcoming. The lefty's shot is good. Harrison County now trailing 33-15. Facing that full court pressure once again. Patriots get the ball into the front court. It'll be Fugate who will get the ball to the far sideline to Baird. Baird gets it over to the far side to Willoughby. His three-pointer is no good. And Landon Kinney comes down with another rebound. Into the front court with the basketball comes Lewis. Lewis behind the back dribble. Now trying to make his move into the paint. Goes to the basket. His shovel shot off the glass is good. Nice drive that time by Jay Sean on the dribble drive. Harrison County back to within 16 at 33-17. Having trouble with the press right now is Lincoln County, but they do get it into the front court eventually. Up top, Baird. Open three-point try, good. Can't leave him open. Too good of a three-point shooter. He has 13 points now. And the lead grows back to 19 at 36-17 for the Patriots. 6:04 left to go in the third quarter. Midden with the basketball now. Drops it, picks it back up, gets it near the corner to Kinney. Kinney has lost his dribble. Gets it even farther into the corner now to Lewis. Lewis backs up. Now goes to the elbow in the paint to the block. Double teamed. Forces up a shot. Blocked out of there by Pendergraft. And the rebound is going to be saved from going out of bounds on a nice play by Jay Sean Lewis as he threw it off the legs of Pendergraft. So Harrison County maintains possession. 5:38 left to go in the third. From his own baseline, Midden to trigger the inbounds pass. In the corner finds Lewis. Lewis takes a couple of dribbles to his right, now fires a three, off the front of the rim, no good, and getting the rebound will be Baird. Up the floor come the Patriots. In the corner with the basketball, Willoughby. Climbing the ladder to bring down the pass is Baird. Over on the left side to Fugate. Fugate underneath the basket, wide open is Willoughby, and he lays it up and in. 38-17. Just a few seconds ahead of the 5-minute mark. Across the timeline comes Lewis. Lewis drifts to the left side, stops, gets it in front of his own bench to Slade. Slade back between the circles to Lewis once again. Lewis looks to pass inside, but there's Patriots everywhere. Lewis backs up and in between the circles, gets it to Midden near the center circle. Midden calls out the play, but right now defensively Fugate all over him. In the corner, he'll find Kenny. Kenny gets the ball to Green. Green goes baseline, triple teamed, and before he can go up for the shot, he is going to be fouled. Foul's going to be called on Sargent. That'll be Sargent's second personal foul. Just a common foul as it was before the shot. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Midden from his own baseline gets it into the corner to Lewis. Lewis up top to Slade. Slade on the wing, stops, gives the ball to Lewis in front of the stable. Here's a baseball pass to Green, goes baseline. His reverse layup is no good, but a foul is going to be called on Lincoln County. It's going to be on Pendergraft. That'll be Clay Pendergraft's first. Going to the line will be Blake Green, his first trip to the line tonight against West Jessamine. He was but 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Has 4 points. He had 7 against West Jess. First free throw by the junior is on the way and good. Gives him 5 points and sneaks Harrison County back to within 20 at 38-18. Number 3 eyes the bucket. Free throw up, free throw good. Harrison County down 38-19. Patriots with the basketball facing that 2-2-1 press. They've had some success against it. Here's a three in the corner, put up no good. Rebound is going to be hauled down by Green. Up the floor, and now the ball slips away from the Thoroughbreds for their first turnover of the second half. Inside the center circle, Fugate will set the offense, directing some traffic as he wants Willoughby over on his right side. Here's a lob pass now to Willoughby for 3. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Baird twice. A couple of offensive rebounds. And into the front court with the basketball come the Breds, down 40-19 with 3.5 left to go in the third. Green with the basketball. Oh, push off, no call. Green from the foul line, jump shot high off the flange, no good. And the rebound is going to be taken down by Willoughby. Into the front court come the Patriots, leading by 21. Here's a lob pass to the foul line to Pendergraft. Now over to the left side, a long three, no good. Rebound is going to be knocked around and finally hauled in by Kenny. Reds into the front court. Lewis on the left side fires a three-pointer. In there, the ball bounced off the left side of the rim, but then came back down through the hoop. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm three-pointer. Makes it 40-22. Harrison County still down by plenty. 2:38 left to go in the third. Here's a pass down on the block to Willoughby. His shot's going to be blocked out of bounds by Green, but they're going to call Green for the foul as well. Cynthiana Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Willoughby at the line for 2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Has 6 points altogether. With 2:32 left in the third, his first free throw is good. Coming back in, Craycraft, Walker, and Wright for Harrison County. Re-entering Sawyer Robbins for Lincoln County. So they now lead 41-22. with 2:32 left in the third. Second free throw is going to bounce a couple of times off the rim, but finally goes down in the hole for Willoughby, increasing his team's lead now back to 20 at 42-22.
Breds have played better here in the second half.
But that large 20-point deficit at halftime kind of hurting them. Midden from the corner for three, off the flange, and on the rebound, we got all kinds of contact by Harrison County. It's going to be called on Midden. That'll be Jack's first personal foul. From his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Fugate. 2:13 left to go in the third. Inbounds pass against the pressure comes to Baird. Baird back to Fugate once again. Back to Baird, back to Fugate, back to Baird. As they cross the timeline on the far sideline, back to the near sideline, he'll find Fugate. Pass on the wing, here's a three by Baird, short. And the rebound is going to be hauled in by Craycraft. He'll bring the ball to the top of the key. Now drives to the block, his shot off the glass is, it rolls off, no good. But he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for two. Foul's going to be whistled against Pendergraft. Sawyer Craycraft at the line for the first time this season. In fact, two-shot foul with 1:47 on the clock. First one's on the way and good. So he gets his name into the scorebook as Jay Sean Lewis returns to the lineup for the Breds, who now trail 42-23. Second free throw by the junior is also good. 42-24 your score. 1:45 left to go in the third. Here's a pass inside, knocked away and stolen by the Breds. That's the first turnover for Lincoln here in the second half. In the front court with the basketball, Slade. Slade goes into the paint, kicks it over in the corner to Craycraft. Craycraft goes to the right elbow. Jump shot from there is good. Nice job by Sawyer. 4 quick points for him here in this ball game. And a timeout is going to be called by the Patriots. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But Coach Jackson not really liking what he's seeing from his team here of late, as they've been a little bit lax defensively, and Harrison County has taken advantage of it to draw it back to within 16. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Maysville Community and Technical College, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports. Appreciate all the help that the support staff provides to make sure these home games can be presented by way of the YouTube. And we don't do it for just basketball either. Do it for football, baseball, so everyone can see as much of whatever those sports they want to see whenever we're playing here on the Hilltop. Now the timeout with the basketball. Robbins gets the ball to Fugate. A minute left to go in the third. Now directing some traffic is Fugate as he goes between the circles back to the right side. Long range to Willoughby. Willoughby back up top once again to Fugate. Fugate in the paint. Dumps it down low to Robbins. Ball fake goes up. Shot no good, but a foul is going to be called on Harrison County, as it looked like there was a lot of ball that time. But Mason Wright will pick up his second personal foul, sending Robbins to the line for the first time tonight. Robbins with 6 points in the first quarter, but only 2 points since that time, so he had to sit with foul trouble. First free throw is good, as Sargent checks back in for the Patriots. 43-26 your score. Second free throw at the 57-second mark is also good. Lead goes back out to 18 for the Patriots. In the front court, Lewis with the basketball. Drives to the baseline, finds a wide open right underneath. Good pass, good shot. Harrison County back to within 16 again at 44-28. 33 seconds on the clock now in the third. Across the timeline with the basketball comes Baird. Crosses over his dribble, goes inside the center circle. Now backs up to call out the play. pass to the near sideline to Robbins. Skip pass to the far side to Baird. Baird back in between the circles finds Robbins again, who will hand it off to Fugate. Fugate looks at the clock, sees there's 15 seconds left. Now drifts in front of his own bench to get instruction from Coach Jackson. In the corner with the basketball, Surgeon back on the wing to Fugate. Over to the far side to Robbins. 4 seconds left. Here's a three from the corner, fired up, no good. Long rebound picked up that time by Surgeon. His putback is no good, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. With your score, Lincoln County 44, Harrison County 28. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Sometimes it's good to know that you don't have to drive all over the state.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
County in the third quarter, 15-11, to cut what was a 20-point deficit down to 16. 8 minutes left to go, however. Going to have to score with a little more regularity if we want to catch up in this ball game, especially since Lincoln County will have the ball first. This is the fourth meeting between the two schools. Lincoln County leads all time 2-1, but this is the first time they played each other here on the hilltop. Over on the right side, long-range Fugate. Fugate up top gets the ball to Baird. Baird over to the left side finds Sargent. Back to the top to Baird for three. Rims out. Rebound chased down by Donovan Walker. Here come the Thoroughbreds the other way in a hurry. Midden gets the ball to Craycraft. Craycraft to the top of the key, makes a move to the right side where he'll find Lewis near the hash mark in front of the stable. Lewis, bounce pass underneath to Walker. His shot off the glass a little short. Rebound pulled down by Baird. He has 5 rebounds here in the second half alone. Baird brings the ball inside the center circle to reset the offense. We've played nearly a minute of this fourth quarter. Score still 44-28 in favor of the Patriots. Here's a turnaround jumper from the right elbow by Willoughby, and it's good. That's 10 points now for Willoughby. Puts his team up 46-28. 6:56 left to go on the clock. With the basketball, Lewis in the paint. Nearly had his pocket picked, and now he will turn the ball over. Rushing up the floor, unabated, is Baird, who lays it up and in. He has 17, and the lead all of a sudden goes back to 20 for Lincoln County at 48-28. 6.5 left to go. Craycraft in between the circles to Lewis, to the left side to Walker. Walker takes a dribble, almost threw it away, but retrieves a loose ball, and he'll give it to Wright near the center circle. Wright dribbles to the left side, gives the ball to Craycraft. Craycraft at the foul line, now over to the far side to Lewis, long range. Lewis now has the ball back tapped away from behind. He chases it down and brings it back into the front court. Lob into the corner to Green is a little bit beyond him, so the turnover gives the ball back to Lincoln County as that ball went out of bounds as Jack Midden returns. Well, do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Across the timeline comes Baird. In between the circles to Fugate. Over to the left side, long range to Baird. Now back in between the circles again to Surgeon. He'll get it to the foul line to Robbins. Robbins takes a dribble inside the paint. Now we'll pass it back to the top to Surgeon. Surgeon fires a three, rims out again. Rebound, though, is going to be chased down by Willoughby. There's a shot put up by the Patriots, no good, and this time Green will get the rebound. Up the floor come the Breds. Lewis in between the circles to Green, to the left side, long range to Walker. Ball might have been partially blocked as the rebound comes into the hands of Robbins. Bringing the ball up the floor is Baird. To the far hash mark to Sargent. Back up top to Baird. To the right side to Fugate. 5:11 left to go. Patriots with the lead and the basketball. 48-28. They've led since the very get-go. In between the circles, Fugate throws the ball in for the alley-oop as Robbins gets the big dunk. And that will punctuate what looks like it's going to be a victory. With 4:50 left, Harrison County trails 50-28. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Patriots. Now here's a pass from Lewis down low to Wright, and Wright lays it in. 4 points for Mason. Makes it 50-30 with 4:37. 30-second timeout called by Harrison County, so we'll keep it right here. Just 4:37 left. Harrison County had been doing pretty good here in the fourth quarter, but now trail 50-30. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now. Farm Credit in America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Along with their game tomorrow against Tate's Creek here on the Hilltop, the Breds will also be in action next Tuesday at Dunbar, and a week from tonight we'll go and visit LCA. So a couple of trips to Lexington coming up next week. Be 3 for me because I'll be watching the Cats play Colgate. In the corner with the basketball in the front court, Robbins lobs it up top to Baird. Baird over to the far side, finds Sargent. Harrison County a little more aggressive defensively. Now a pass down low to Willoughby. His shot's no good, but he's fouled. Will be on Green, his second. So Willoughby at the line where he's 3 for 4, has 10 points. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. He's your good neighbor. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies. First free throw is good by Willoughby. 51-30. As we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter, second free throw by Willoughby is also good. He has a dozen points after scoring just 5 in the victory over Lafayette back on Tuesday. Across the timeline comes Midden. Dribbles to the right elbow, to the right block, puts up a shot, blocked. Robbins will come away with the rebound. His pass knocked out of bounds by the Thoroughbreds. Pendergraft back in for Lincoln County. He had a good first half. Against the press, Patriots beat it. Going coast to coast and laying it up again is Robbins, who now has 14. Makes it 54-30 with under 4 to go. The final score is not going to indicate how really close this game was at one point. Lewis with the basketball, triple team, dumps it down low to right, misses the bunny. Rebound on the floor, finally picked up by Baird. As Baird comes into the front court, we're going to have a foul called on Jaysean Lewis. Lewis tried to step in to pick up the charge, but got there just a little bit late. Inbounding the ball from the near sideline, near his own bench, Fugate gets it to Baird. Baird yo-yoing the basketball. Now pass to the left side, long range to Pendergraft. Up top, now to the right side to Fugate for a 3, no. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul called on Harrison County's Mason Wright. That'll be Wright's third. Coming in the ball game for the Thoroughbreds will be Lawson Hunt. He saw a little action in the first half. From his own baseline, Fugate trying to get the ball in bounds, lobs it up top to Baird, in the corner to Robbins. Back to Baird on the wing. Fakes the 3 as he backs it back out again. 3:13 left to go. 54-30, Lincoln County lead. Last year, down at their place, we won 62-50. Different teams, different locale. In the corner, a 3 for Baird is an air ball. And the ball will go out of bounds. Last touched by Lincoln County. At El Paracutan, daily lunch specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. with the basketball across the timeline, comes midden to the left elbow, gets the ball into the hands of Hunt. Hunt looking for her help, dribbles to the right side where he'll hand the ball to Green. Green stops at the foul line, jump shot, good! Blake Green with 8 points. Gets his team back to within a 54-32 deficit with 2.5 left to go. Into the front court, Fugate lobs the ball in the corner to Pendergraft. Pendergraft drives to the basket. His short jumper is no good, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Mason Wright. That'll be his 4th, and it is. And it is. At the line, Pendergraft. He's struggled from the line tonight, going just 1 for 4. Does have 6 points altogether, though. Just a sophomore. First free throw by the Lincoln County football player is going to roll in there. Makes it 55-32. Let's see. Next free throw upcoming for Pendergraft. It is going to be no good. And the rebound comes into the hands of Landon Kinney. And ball was dribbled out of bounds. So on the turnover, give the ball back to Lincoln County. Cooper Slade back in the game. Here's a lob to Robbins. His shot might have been partially blocked as it came out of there. And now we're going to have a whistle and I believe a foul on the Breds. Nope, it's going to be on Lincoln. It's going to be on Pendergraft. That'll be Pendergraft's 3rd. 55-32. Cross timeline comes mid and to the right side to Green. Green looks inside, nothing there. Now takes his dribble to the right elbow, pull-up jumper, air ball. Down with the rebound is Sargent. Sargent with 5 boards tonight. In the front court, Baird gets it out top to Sargent. Sargent drives in the corner, Pendergraft for 3, air ball. Put back is going to be good by Robbins. Robbins with 16 points. Just under 3 to go, or under a minute and a half, I should say, to go. With the basketball, a leaner put up by Slade is no good, but that'll send Slade to the line for a couple of free tosses. Foul was on Sargent. That'll be Sargent's 3rd. So Slade at the line for the first time in his varsity career. Has a couple of points, those coming back in the first quarter. Slade, a junior, much like most of our roster. First free throw is off the mark, no good. Craycraft back in for Harrison along with Walker. Wholesale changes being made by Lincoln County. We got Ansh Patel, a 5'9 junior in there. D. Pendergraft, 6'1 junior in there. Jack Smith, 5'10 junior in there, as is Landon Smith, 5'6 junior, and Brennan Hazlitt, a 5'10 junior. Slade's second free throw is also no good. And the rebound still being bounced around. Finally, Landon Smith comes up with it. And we're going to have a jump ball called. Possession arrow will give the ball back to Harrison County. That's only a couple of turnovers in the second half for Lincoln and 5 altogether. From his own baseline, Slade to trigger the inbounds pass. Gets the ball to Kinney. Nice move on the spin, but can't make the shot as the rebound comes into the hands of D. Pendergraft. Bringing the ball up the floor will be the Patriots. That's Hazlitt. Gets it to Jack Smith. Now in front of his own bench to Landon Smith. Back to Hazlitt. To the near side to Landon Smith. Back to Hazlitt. Now to the far side finds Patel. Patel throws a bad pass stolen by Craycraft, who goes coast to coast as he lays it up and in for his 6th point. So a nice job that time. 57-34. Just 50 seconds left to go. In the front court, Patel. Lob pass to the far side to Landon Smith. He'll get it to Hazlitt near the center circle to the foul line to D. Pendergraft. He'll get it in the corner now to Patel. Patel to D. Pendergraft, has a shot blocked from behind. But before he can even attempt the shot, he traveled. So give the ball back to the Breds. Down by 23. They trailed in this game by as many as 25. Half a minute left. Crossing the timeline will be Craycraft. Sawyer between the circles to the left side finds Walker. Walker back up top to Craycraft to the foul line to Kinney. Now to the right side. Here's a three fired up by Wright. I make that Cooper Slade, and it's good. Nice job, Cooper. 57-37. Just 9 seconds left. Ball gets away from Hazlitt, but he gets it back. Gives it to Patel. In the corner, a three-pointer rims out. No good. Rebound put back is going to be good by D. Pendergraft for his points. And that will bring the ball game to a conclusion. Lincoln County wins by a final score of 59-37. Tough game for the Thoroughbreds against a tough opponent. Breds dropped to 0-2 on the young season, while Lincoln County improves now to 2-0. We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from tonight's game, as well as have a chat with Coach Case. We'll also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, from here on the hilltop, your final score, once again, Lincoln County 59, Harrison County 37. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.